The great thing about having an analyst, I'm going to use, again, I love using examples. So I'm going to give an example of an anecdote from a client where I was their analyst. So their analyst was, outsourced to me. It was me. And I was their analyst for 5 years. And I can still tell you to this day that in Q1 of 2017, we should completely discount every single one of their lead creation metrics, because during Q1 of 2017, they had a hacking attempt. Somebody was trying to hack into their database, and they were doing it by filling out the free trial form, hoping to get access to the software so that they could create a backdoor and get access to the data. And so they had 12,000 free trial form submissions submitted in Q1 of 2017. And so if you're doing year-over-year comparisons or quarter-over-quarter comparisons, you obviously can't compare against that quarter, because that quarter the data is flawed, right? So an analyst knows that, because they build this reporting history, and they have a repository of old reports and old decks and old analysis that they've done. And it's also just in their brain, because once you have to remind somebody 35 times that, hey, Q1 of 2017, we can't compare against that because of this hacking attempt, it just gets stuck in your brain and you remember it. I still remember it to this day, that 2017's Q1 data is flawed for this organization. If you don't have a person in the organization who is dedicated to owning that reporting and analysis data, who's going to remember that? Who's going to know that those 12,000 form submissions weren't real and that we shouldn't compare that to a current quarter? Who's going to know that wait, no, we didn't just have a massive decrease in form fills. That was an outlier and due to hacking, and so we should just discount it. You have to have somebody in the organization that knows that stuff.
Yeah, otherwise you're going to get, yeah,
the analysis is completely flawed if somebody doesn't know that stuff.
Yeah, otherwise you're going to get the individuals who step in and it's that's the benchmark. Every quarter we got to hit that benchmark. And as you don't ever hit it, they're going to be marketing is failing. What's going on? And then fire everybody, bring in new staff. So absolutely, to your point. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, and people do that all the time. People don't understand that these outliers shouldn't be our benchmarks. But if you don't have that analyst in place that, one, knows to look for those things, two, has that reporting history that's been created over years and years of rigorous analysis, or three, just forgets to look there. If you don't have that person, you're never gonna, you're going to get it wrong.